Hi, all. This is Dr. J at 11, coming to you live at 4 p.m. with the market wrap. And today, the excitement comes from biotech in my mind because I'm a big biotech guy. So we're going to look at a few biotech stocks along with the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500. Here goes. Share screen. We'll do a quick look at all six charts. All righty, we're sharing screen. And we'll begin with, let's begin with the Dow. Always a good place to start. Okay, let me refresh so we get the latest Dow close. It's now 4:01 p.m., so whatever this says should be the close. 138.35, up 0.55% on the day. That's not bad. And we have a little green candle here that's embedded in the body of the red candle the day before. And we have a 5-day reversal. So one could argue this is a bullish harami and hope to get an update tomorrow. So that's the Dow Jones, the slowest of the three indices to make a new all-time high going back to the end of January. We're still over 1,000 points away from a new high. Let's look at the SPX. The S&P 500 also is about 1 percentage point now away from its all-time high, which was something like 2872. We closed at 2841.76. So let's take a look at that close. That's a nice little candle, greens pointing in the right direction. Let's hope we get a continuation tomorrow. I would very much like to take out that all-time high on the S&P and just leave the Dow. It's the only element of doubt as to the duration of this bull market, the continuation of this bull market. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Oh, by the way, I drew the 50-day, and the 50-day moving average is below the trading on the S&P. So we have a trend line as support, and we also have the 50-day as support for the S&P. Going on to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is very interesting. It closed up today. It closed up 0.62%, 46 points at 74.47. That's the NASDAQ 100. And notice its trend line stemming back to early April 2nd. Beautiful trend line with a lot of touches. But notice the 50-day moving average has been hugging the trend line since the end of May, which is an unusual thing, but we essentially have one area of support, the 50-day and the trend line, which are one and the same. Plenty of distance between the trend line, the lower trend line, and where the NASDAQ is trading. NASDAQ is trading basically in the middle of the channel. It's a little bit of a yawn, and it's a little bit of a guess as to whether we get a touch of the lower end of the channel or to make a new all-time high with a touch of the upper. Let's take a look at Geron. Geron, let's do a refresh. Geron closed up 3 pennies, 3.93. It had been trading much higher on the day. So the candlestick looks like, basically looks like a doji or a gravestone, not usually a great sign when you have the close and the open about equal and a long tail or a long wick above it. So it's kind of like a reverse hammer or a gravestone. But nevertheless, we're hugging. We've been hugging a new trend line that started, let's see, 720. From July 20th or so, or maybe a couple of days later, July 25th, we've been hugging a new trend line that if we take it out to the end of next week would have us trading at about 4.25. So if it continues along this new trend line, we'll be trading about 4.25 sometime next week. And it could be a lot higher with news. So gern looks good technically. I'm a little upset about giving back as much as it did during the day, but it still looks good. Let's take a look at athx. I'm very excited about athx. It also has started a new trend line from August 7th on, August 6th on. And we have yet another day of a higher low from the day before. The low the day before was 199. The low today was 201. So yet another day like that. If we hug this trend line, we'll be trading up about to about 215 in just a few trade, maybe by end of week. So it's up 2 cents on the day. Maybe we get and squeeze another dime out of it by the end of the week. Let's take a look at athx, the biggest mover breakout stock of the day. I am long all three of these stocks. Today, I'm most excited about the action in athx as it made a clear break of a very, very long, persistent trend line at $1.45. So $1.45 was an area of support. It became an area of resistance. And we were flirting with that area for 3 days. We finally broke it today with a close near the high of the day. So it closed at 158, high of the day 160. To me, a very bullish sign. I expect a continuation of this rally. And Dr. J is all smiles when it comes to athx. So Dr. J is bullish on athx, bullish on athx, bullish on gern, bullish on the Dow, bullish on the NASDAQ, bullish on the S&P, bullish on America. What can I say? Bullish is what I could say. And at this point, I'm going to wish you all a very good evening. I'm going to be personally packing up a little dinner and taking dinner to the beach with me and maybe get some pictures of the sunset. Out here in Eastern Long Island, this is Dr. J saying adios amigos, shalom, sayonara, hasta mañana, au revoir, bye.